Sanjay has really covered the basic concept of Me Seva well. Normally, out of laziness, I am not really preparing PPTs these days. So, when the other panelist is speaking, I think of something or I find something on the net. So, for this talk, I found that Windows 8 launching tune by Lenka. That's really a nice thing. So,
as fast as a hair, as brave as a bear, as free as a bird, as neat as a word, as quiet as a mouse, as big as a house. I wanna be. I wanna be. Oh, I wanna
okay, so we have now new human species 2.0, which wants to be everything at once. They don't want everything at once, they want to be everything at once. So that's a fundamental difference. So the citizen expectations have changed. The new technology generation that will never go stand in line to pay the bills or to get their birth certificates or to get their exam degrees. They want it the way they want. So we have to deliver it the way they want. Otherwise, they will overrun the governments. It's happening across the world. So the governments has to listen to the citizens, deliver things they want it. So that's the fundamental point. When Secretary Sir started emphasizing on transactions, we also looked at our numbers in Maharashtra. We talked to MSCB guys, electricity guys, that how are the people paying bills? Are they still coming standing in line? Actually, there are 10 ways by which people can pay electricity bills in Maharashtra. They can go to Setu Kendras, they can go to even pan shops authorized by municipalities to pay the bills. The pan shop guy gets 3 rupees in the transaction. They can go to MSCB website and pay the bill. They can go to multiple partners' websites and pay the bill using debit card, credit cards. They can even go to machines, standalone machines in which you can put coins and notes, and the printed slip comes out. So there are about 10 ways. So now Me Seva or E-Seva, the fundamental concept is that people don't have to walk long distances. That's number one. They should be able to get it at their home or near their homes going to a CSC. Second, what is called Citizens Charter or assurance of timelines in the delivery of service. That ration card will be delivered in 5 days, or the reason will be told why it cannot be given. So that's what the basic premise of Me Seva is. Now in Maharashtra, we are focusing on 5 aspects of services. I will make only short speech. So one is the input. How is the input form? Second is the annexures. Third is the way the fees are paid. The fourth, the approval process and the timelines. Fifth is the output. Any kind of service. Death certificate, birth certificate, exam degree or any kind. So input we find in government, the input forms are really very, very tough to fill. In Marathi we say अतिशय क्लिष्ट है. Very difficult. Even semi-literate fellows like me, I really panic when I have to fill any 2-page, 3-page government form. So the simplification of forms, that's important. That's what we are focusing on. And for example, for birth certificate, we found in our 350 tehsildars, practically everybody has a different input form. So how do we computerize? Unless the government enforces a uniform input form. So we have tried to do that. Second is annexures. Every time we ask the citizen 10 questions. Now UID is one game changer where you just tell your UID, no other questions will be asked. No proof of address, proof of identity. So we are dramatically reducing the number of annexures to be attached to each form. Third is the way the fees are paid. Unfortunately, the country has learned nothing from Telgi scam, where fake stamp papers were produced. We just moved to franking machines. Now, how do you really check whether the franking is genuine or not? How many of our stamp registration offices have the ultraviolet lamps to really check the fake frankings? We ask the citizens to purchase 1 rupee stamp, 5 rupee stamp, stick it on the paper. So we are changing that. We ask the citizen to go get a bank challan. Now getting a bank challan, for example, my daughter had to fill 2 years ago BITS Pilani and other such things. So for 160 rupees payment of bank challan, we really had to go to bank, spend 2-3 hours and all that stuff. While other processes online, the payment was through a bank challan. So we are trying to change that. Either online payments or cash payments at CSCs, we are saying that is. Now fourth process which Sanjay emphasized was the approval process. So approval process, making it digital, that makes a vast difference. Now in Maharashtra, after about, many of you know that in June there was a huge fire in our secretariat. 3 floors got fully burned. Crores of papers were burned. So we have really worked very, very hard in the last 2-3 months along with the NIC to go paperless. And now at least 1,000 people in our secretariat, they have started using digital signatures. And we are replacing physical files with electronic files within our secretariat. And then 2-3 districts we have taken as pilots. So every workflow, including paper file work, will become paperless. So that is one aspect. Another aspect of approval process is that how many channels are there? Does the file, even electronic file, does it go to 5 people? From clerk to senior clerk to Abul Karkun to Naib Tehsildar to Tehsildar to Mandal Adhikari and all that stuff? Or can you do it in 2 steps? So we have mandated that policy decisions, 3 steps, non-policy, normal executive work, 2 steps. We have not achieved that yet, but I hope we go there. So approval process, making it short, reducing the chain, making it digital, that's what E-Seva and V-Seva imply. And the time frame. Now, what Anna Hazare is saying is some other thing. People have focused only on Lokpal. He is saying 2 fundamental things. One is Lokpal. It's a moot question whether E-Seva or V-Seva really reduce the own money you have to pay to get a service. It's really nobody talks about that. And second is decentralization, Lok Shahi. The Gram Panchayati should be so empowered that other chains get cut out. Now that is fundamental game changer. How can you decentralize so much that Tehsildar and collector signatures are not needed, even digital signatures? So how can we achieve that? How can the decentralization be such that at Gram Panchayat itself the work gets done? Then you really don't have to set up such a paraphernalia. So that's the approval process. And the last is the output. The output has to be digitally signed. You really don't require a paper. Now Railways has shown us the way. You don't have to take a printout of the damn ticket. You go and show your SMS. Hopefully at the airport also in next 2-3 months, you can show your mobile SMS and you don't have to produce a printout. Similarly, students when they apply to colleges, they should just mention their unique degree number and the college can log on to a server and check in whose name and when and with what marks this degree was issued. So effectively it is dematting. Now country is not new to dematting. In share market we have gone fully demat many years ago. Now we trust the whole electronic system. We don't insist on paper shares. Same way, slowly and slowly, all these certificates will be accepted by people. I am told that still army recruitments, they don't accept digitally signed papers. So if we give a digitally signed document to a villager, and then he suffers at multiple steps from various departments which refuse to accept those digital signatures. That aspect is also very, very important. When we roll out any service under whatever name with digitally signed output, we have to make sure that wherever that certificate is given, that machinery has to be empowered and legally bound to accept that digitally signed document. Even some courts still don't accept that digitally signed things. There is no machinery to how to really prove that in the court, how to show it in the court, how to put it as an annexure in the papers in the court, in the evidence. So we congratulate Andhra for really coming out with Me Seva. Sir, in Maharashtra we have a different name called Shasan Tumche Dari, government at your doorstep. So normally it's not a very welcome idea. If we open the door in the morning and we found a government fellow, so we will not be very happy. And Shasan, by the way, also means two things in Marathi. Shasan means government, and Shasan means punishment also. So government is like a punishment to many people. So in so when we talk of eGov 2.0, in January I wrote a paper called eGov 0.0. So I was so fed up with some ideas, I said let's talk about fundamentals, eGov 0.0. And the paper starts by saying that as an IT administrator, when you want to computerize a thing, please put your hand on your heart and ask yourself dispassionately, is your department relevant to the citizen? Does it exist in advanced countries? And the 80% times answer will be the department should not exist. So rather than computerization, close down the department. So seriously, I am saying it in all seriousness. So many services which are trying to computerize, actually those things should not exist. Citizens should not be asked to have those papers in first place. So let there be some introspection on that also. Thank you so much.